Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my YouTube channel. I finally managed to get a clear PDF of Maths Paper 1 that was written in November 2024. I will give summary of the whole paper in this video. Zimsec November 2024 Maths Paper 1 was an awesome exam and very unique, having only 22 questions. Let us dive into it. Make sure that you take your pen and paper. Relax as you listen to the most recent Maths Paper 1. So the first question was on approximation. It was saying express 0,09874 correct to the nearest tenth. So this 0 is our first tenth, and then 9 is representing 100th, 8 is representing 1000th. So what we are going to do is that we are going to look at the number that is after our tenth, which is 9. It is greater than 5, so we are going to round up so that our final answer is going to be 0,1. And then on part 2, 0,09874 correct to two significant figures. So this is our first significant figure, and then this is our second significant figure. We are going to look at 7 if it is greater than 5. So we can see that 7 is greater than 5. We are going to round up 8 to be 9 so that our final answer is going to be 0,099. And then part B, it is requiring us to convert 0,09874 in standard form. So it is going to be 9.874 times 10 to the power of negative 2. So what you need to understand when you are converting from ordinary form to standard form, you need to know that the standard form values, they range from 1 to 9. So we need to move our comma. We are going to move it. This is the first step, and then this is the second step, so that it is going to be 9.874, because the standard form values, they are supposed to be ranging from 1 to 9. And when we move our comma, if we move it going to the right side, we are going to raise to the power of negative. But if it was going to the left side, we were going to raise to the number of, to the positive. The number of steps, they were going to be raised to the power of positive. Another simplest method, if it is a small number, you just need to count the number of zeros that are before standard form value. So it is going to be 2, meaning that we are going to raise 9.874 times 10 to the power of negative 2. So that was all about number 1. Let us now move on to number 2. So number 2a, express 1224 and 25 as a product of its prime factors. So we are going to use the division method. We need to find the lowest prime number that divides into 1225. So it is going to be 5. So we say 5 into 12, it is 2, remainder 2. 5 into 22, it is 4, remainder 2. And then 5 into 25, we get 5. The next prime number that divides is 5, is still 5. So 5 into 24, we get 4, 4 remainder 4, and then 5 into 45, we get 9. The lowest prime number that divides into 49, it is 7. 7 into 49, we get 7. 7 into 7, it is 1. So we are going to write 1225 is equal to 5 times 5 times 7 times 7. So we can leave it like this, or the question was specifying us to write in index form, so we are not going to leave it in this form. We need to say 5 to the power of 2 times 7 to the power of 2. This is going to be our final answer. And then on part B, hence or otherwise, find the square root of 1225. So we need to write 1225 in index form as a product of its prime factors. It is going to be 5 squared times 7 squared. And then when we are now looking for the square root of 1225, we are going to divide these powers by 2. Here we divide by 2, here we divide by 2. So it means that we are now having 5 to the power of 1 times 7 to the power of 1. And if we say 5 to the power of 1 times 7 to the power of 1, we are going to get 35 as our final answer. So that was all about our number 2. Let us proceed to number 3. Number 3, it was a question on consumer arithmetic. It is saying Kate, James, and Jack shared 3,042 in the ratio 4:3:2 respectively. Find how much Kate got more than Jack. So what we are going to do here is that we need to sum up our ratio. We say 4 plus 3 plus 2, we get 9. So we then calculate the amount that Kate got. It is going to be 4/9 times 3,042. So if we say 4/9 times 3,042, we are going to get 1,352. So this is the amount that Kate got. We need to find the amount that Jake got, right? So the amount of Jake is represented by this 2. We are going to say 2/9 times 3,042. We are getting 676 as our answer. So the amount that Kate got more than Jake, we are going to say 1,352 minus 676 in order to get our final answer is 676. So this was the complete solution for number 3 that was in November 2024. Let us proceed to number 4. Number 4, in a school, lessons start at 7:45 in the morning and end at 3:15 p.m. We are supposed to express 3:15 p.m. in 24-hour notation. So we are going to say 3:15 p.m. in 24-hour notation is equal to 3:15 plus 12 hours. So here we have our 15, and then 12 plus 3, we get 15. So it means that our answer is going to be 15 hours. So this is how we write in 24-hour notation. Let us proceed to part B. Part B is then saying, find the total time for lessons on each day. So we need to say the ending time minus the starting time. So the lessons end at 15:15. So we write our 15:15 here. And then it is going to start at 7:45. We need to write 7:45 in 24-hour notation. It is going to be 7:45. And then after that, if we say 15 minus 45, it can't. We need to borrow an hour from 15 so that it is now 14. We then add that hour here. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So we say 60 plus 15 in order to get 75. And then we then say 75 minus 45. We are going to get 30. And then 14 minus 7, we get 7. So our answer is going to be 7 hours, 30 minutes. So that was the complete solution for number 4 that was in November 2024. Let us proceed to number 5. Number 5, it was a question on similarity. X, Q, Z and Y, P, Z are straight lines meeting at Z. X, Y and Q, P are parallel. From X to Y, we are having 6 centimeters. From Q to P, we are having 4 centimeters. And then from X to Q, from X to Z, we are from X to Q, we are having 9 centimeters. And then from X to Z, we are having 8 centimeters. So in the first part, we are supposed to name 2 triangles that are similar. So this triangle XYZ is similar to triangle QPZ. So we said XYZ is similar to QPZ. Let us proceed to part B. Part B is requiring us to find the length of QZ. So the length of QZ, it is from this point to this point. It is the one that is represented by X. So we are going to say XYZ is similar to XPZ. It implies that XY is going to be similar to QP, and then YZ is going to be similar to PZ, and also XZ is going to be similar to QZ. So in our diagram, we are having the dimensions for XY and also the dimensions for QP. So we are going to use that information to find our scale factor. So here we are having our XY is 6. So we are going to say XY times a certain scale factor. It is going to give us QP, which is equal to 4, right? And then we need to find that scale factor. We are going to say our XY is 6. So 6 times scale factor, we get 4. And then we divide both sides by 6 in order to get our scale factor is 2/3. This is the first step. And then after that, we then say QZ is similar to XZ is similar to QZ, right? So we are going to, let us check on our diagram where we are having our QZ. This is our QZ. From here to here, it is X, and then XZ, it is 9 plus X. So what we are going to do here, we say XZ, which is 9 plus X. If we multiply this with this scale factor, which is 2/3, we are going to get our answer is QZ. And on our QZ, we are having that X, right? So we now need to solve this in order to find the value of X. So if we say 9 times 2/3, we are going to get 6 plus 2/3 X is equal to X. And then after that, we are going to shift this 2/3 X to be on the other side. It is going to be subtracted. It is now 6 is equal to X minus 2/3. So here it is 6 is equal to, if we say X minus 2/3 X, we are going to get 1/3 X. And then we need to make X the subject of formula. We multiply both sides by 3. Here we multiply by 3, so that our 18 is going to be equal to X. So it implies that X is equal to 18 centimeters. So this is how you get all the 3 marks on this question. November 2024, it was unique because it was having 2 questions on statistics. This was the first question on statistics. The table below shows the number of learners in each age group of a class. Use the table to find the total number of learners in the class. So we are going to say total number of learners, it is equal to 9 plus 26 plus 5, which is equal to 40. Let us proceed to part B. Part B is saying probability that a learner chosen at random is 13 years old. So we need to use our table. The number of learners that are aged 13, they are 9. So it means that the probability of selecting the one that is 13 years old, it is going to be 9 over total, which is 9 over 40. And then on part C, probability that if 2 learners are chosen at random, the first is aged 13 years and the second is aged 15 years. So the probability that the student is 13 years old, we write 9 over 40. And then probability of 15 years, we are having 5 learners who are aged 13. So it is going to be 5. But here we are not going to multiply by 40 because selection of 13-year-old is going to affect the total. So here it is now 39. We need to find the value of 9 over 40 times 5 over 39. So if we say 5 into 5, we get 1. 5 into 40, we get 8. And then 3 into 9, we are going to get 3. 3 into 3, 1. 3 into 9, 3. So 3 times 1, we get 3. And then 8 times 13, we are going to get 104. So our answer is going to be 3 over 104. So that was all about number 6. Let us proceed to number 7. So number 7 was a question on vectors. It is saying find vector p such that 1, 3 minus vector p is equal to 9 minus 3. So here we are going to shift this 9 minus 3 to be on the other side. It is going to be subtracted. So it is now 1. We are having 1, 3, right? And then we need to subtract 9 and minus 3 here in order to get our vector p. And then we say 1 minus 9, we are going to get minus 8. And then 3 minus minus 3, we are going to get 6. So it means that vector p is equal to minus 8, 6. So this is how you get the 2 marks. Let us proceed to part B. Part B is requiring us to find the modulus of p, that is the magnitude of vector p. So when we are calculating magnitude, we are going to say the formula is the square root of minus 8 squared plus 6 squared, right? So here it is the same as saying the square root of, here we get 64 plus 36, which is equal to 100. So the square root of 100, it is equal to p. So the modulus of p, we are going to say it is equal to 10 units. So that was all about number 7. Let us proceed to number 8. Number 8, it was a question of inequalities. We're supposed to solve a simultaneous inequality. So what we are going to do is we first need to solve this first part. We're saying 3x minus 2 is less than 10 plus x, right? And then after that, we are going to shift this x to be on the other side. It is going to be subtracted. And then we shift minus 2 to be on the other side. It is going to be added. 3x minus 2x minus x, we get 2x. This is less than 10 plus 2, which is 12. And then we divide both sides by 2, so that our x is going to be less than 6. This is the first part. And then we need to solve the second part, which is saying 10 plus x is less than 5x plus 2. So we are going to shift this x to be on the other side. It is going to be subtracted, right? And then we shift this 2 to be on the other side. It is going to be subtracted. 10 minus 2, we get 8. It is less than 5x minus x. It is equal to 4x. We then divide both sides by 4 so that our x is going to be greater than 2. So we need to combine this expression into one. We are going to say 2 is less than x, which is less than 6. This is going to be our final answer. And then hence find a perfect square number which satisfy the given inequality. So the perfect number that lies between 2 and 6 is 4. That is going to be our answer. So that was all about number 8. Let us proceed to number 9. Number 9 was a question on circle geometry. It is saying M, N, and Q are 3 points on the circumference of a circle O and diameter QN. PR is a tangent to the circle at Q. Given that MQR is equal to 42 degrees, find QNM. So first of all, we can calculate the angles before we look at the questions, right? So here we are having this 42. If we apply the theorem that says angle that lies between a tangent and a chord, it is equal to angle subtended by the same chord in the alternate segment. Here it is going to be 42 if we apply that theorem. And then we can also calculate this angle. This is going to be 90 degrees. Why? It is because there's a theorem that says angle in the same circle is 90 degrees. So it means this one is 90 degrees. We can also calculate this angle. We are going to say 180 minus 90 plus 42 in order to get 48 is our final answer. So here we put our 48. And there's a theorem that says if the radius meet at the center, they are going to form an isosceles triangle. So here we are having a radius QO and also a radius MO. They are going to form an isosceles triangle, which means that OMQ, it is also 48 degrees. And then after that, we say angles in a triangle, they sum to 180. So we say 180 minus 48 plus 48 in order to get this angle. So this is going to be 84, right? And then this one, if we say 180 minus 84, we are going to get our final answer is 96. So let us now answer the question. We are supposed to find Q, N, M. So we already obtained 42 degrees. That is going to be our answer. So we have applied the alternate angle theorem, which says angle that lie between a tangent and a chord is equal to angle subtended by the same chord in the alternate segment. Let us proceed to part B. Part B is requiring us to find Q, M, N. So it is going to be 90 degrees because angle in the same circle is equal to 90 degrees. Next, we are supposed to find MOQ. MOQ, we obtained this 84 degrees because we said the radius, they are going to form a same circle. So here 48, 48, and we deduct from 180. in order to get our final answer is 84 degrees. So the theorem is two radii, they are going to form isosceles triangle, which we have two angles which are equal. And then number 10, it was a question on mensuration. It is saying a cylindrical floor polished tin is 14 centimeters in diameter and 5 centimeters deep. In this question, take pi to be 3 and 1/7. Calculate the volume of the tin. So the volume of tin is area of cross-section times height. The cross-section of cylinder, it is a circle. So we are going to say area of volume of cylinder is equal to pi r squared times height. So on our pi, we are going to substitute 3 times 7 is 21. 21 plus 1, it is going to be 22/7. And then the radius. Here we are given diameter is 14 centimeters. So the radius is going to be 7 centimeters. So we are going to say 7 squared here times height. Height, it is going to be 5 centimeters. So we say 7 into 7, 1. 7 into 49, we get 7. Our answer is going to be 22 times 7 times 5, which is equal to 770 cubic centimeters. And then part B, when full, the tin contains 840 grams of floor polish. Calculate the density of the polish in grams per cubic centimeters to 2 decimal places. So you need to know the formula of calculating density. Density is equal to mass over volume. So we are given that the mass is 840 grams, and then the volume we obtained 770 grams. So this 0 is going to cancel this 0. And then after that, we say 7 into 84, it is going to be 12. And then 7 into 77, we get 11. And then after that, we say 11 into 12. 11 into 12, it is going to be 1. 1 times 11, we get 11. And then 12 minus 11, we are going to get 1. And then after that, we are going to bring down 0. If we say 11 into 10, it can't. We are going to write 0. 0 times 11, it is going to give us 0. And then we say 10 minus 0, we get 10. We bring down 0. And then we say 11 into 100, we are going to get 9 for 99. 9 times 11, it is 99. 100 minus 99, we get 1. And then after that, we bring 0. We say 11 into 0, it is 0, right? 0 times 11, we get 0. And then 10 minus 0, we get 10. We bring down 0. 11 into 100, we get 9. So can you see that this pattern is continuing? So we are supposed to round correct to 2 decimal places. It is going to be 1.09, because after 2 decimal places, we are going to look at this 0. It is less than 5, so we round down. Our answer is going to be 1.09, correct to 2 decimal places. So that was all about the mensuration question that was in November 2024. Let us proceed to number 11. Number 11, it was saying express 2.35 hours in hours and minutes. So 2 hours is already in hours. We are going to convert 0.35 hours into minutes by multiplying by 60. So if we say 0.35 times 60, we are going to get 21. So our answer is going to be 2 hours 21 minutes. And then part B was a question on number bases. It is saying simplify 413 base 5 plus 1011 base 2, giving the answer in base 10. So we are supposed to convert 413 base 5 to base 10. We are going to expand in powers of 5. So here we are having 5 to the power of 0, 5 to the power of 1, 5 to the power of 2. We fit in our value, which is 413. And then after that, we say 5 squared is 25. 25 times 4, we get 100. Here we say 5 to the power of 1 times 5, we get 5. 5 to the power of 0, it is 1. 1 times 3, we get 3. So 413 base 5 to base 10, it is going to be 108 base 10. Next, we need to convert 1011 base 2 to base 10. We are going to expand in powers of 2. So we have 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the power of 1, 2 to the power of 2, and 2 to the power of 3. We are going to fit in our value, which is 1011 base 2. And then 2 to the power of 3, we get 8. 2 to the power of 2 times 0, it is 0. 2 to the power of 1 times 1, we get 2. And then 2 to the power of 0 times 1, we get 1. So here it means that we are having 11 base 10. And then after that, we then add 108 plus 11. We are going to get our final answer is 119 base 10. So this was the complete solution for number 11. Let us proceed to number 12. Number 12 was a question on simple map problems. A map is drawn to a scale of 1 centimeter to represent 5 kilometers. Express the scale in the form 1:n. So here we are supposed to convert 5 kilometers into centimeters. You need to know that in 1 kilometer, we are having 100,000 centimeters. What about in 5 kilometers? It is going to be 500,000. So the scale, it is going to be 1:500,000 centimeters. So this is how we write our answer. And then part B, find the actual distance in kilometers between 2 points which are 3.6 centimeters apart on the map. So our scale is 1 centimeter to represent 5 kilometers. So we are going to apply proportion. If 1 centimeter is equal to 5 kilometers, what about 3.6 centimeters? It is going to be more. So we say 3.6 over 1 times 5 kilometers in order to get our final answer is 18 kilometers. And then on part C, if the actual area of seat is 125 square kilometers, find the area of the seat on the map. So here we are having the scale of length is 1 centimeter to represent 5 kilometers, right? And then we need to find the scale. So to find the scale of area, we are going to square the scale of length. So 1 centimeter times 1 centimeter, we get 1 square centimeter. And then 5 kilometers times 5 kilometers, we are going to get 25 square kilometers, right? So it means that 1 square centimeter is representing 25 square kilometers. So we need to apply proportion. If 1 is representing 25, what about 125? It is going to be more. So we are going to say 125 over 25 times 1 square centimeter. 25 into 25, 125 into 125, we are going to get 5. So it means that our answer is going to be 5 square centimeters. So this was the complete solution for number 10. Number 11. Let us proceed to number 12. Oh, sorry, it is not number 12, but number 13. The paper is so interesting. So number 13 was a question on variation. It was saying y varies jointly as the square of x and directly with z. When x is equal to 2 and z is equal to 3, y is equal to 4.5. Find the relationship between y, x, and z. So we need to interpret this mathematically. We are saying y varies jointly as the square of x. So we write like this. And also directly with z, we are going to write like this. And then after that, we are going to remove the varies sign by introducing an equal and a constant. And then after that, we need to find the value of k. We are going to divide both sides by x squared z. So now let us substitute correctly. Our y is 4.5, so we write our 4.5 here. And then x, it is 2. 2 times 2, we get 4. And then our z, it is 3. So we need to find the value of 4.5 divided by 12. So if we say 4.5 divided by 12, we are going to get 3/8 is our answer. So when we are now writing the relationship, we say y is equal to 3/8 x squared z. And then part B, find y when x is equal to 5 and z is equal to 4. So we are saying y is equal to 3/8. On x, we are going to substitute 5 and we square it. And then on z, we substitute 4. And then we say 4 into 4, 1. 4 into 8, we are going to get 2. And then 3 times 5 squared, we get 75. 75 divided by 2, we are going to get 37.5 is our final answer. So this was the complete solution for number 13. Let us proceed to number 14. So number 14 was a question on functions. It is saying function of x is equal to 2 to the power of 3x minus 1. Find function of 1. It means that we are going to substitute 1 on x. It is now 2 to the power of 3 times 1 minus 1. So it is the same as saying, if we say 3 times 1, we get 3, minus 1, we get 2. We are now having 2 to the power of 2. And then 2 to the power of 2, we get 4 is our answer. Then on part B, find the value of x for which function of x is equal to 32. So here we need to substitute 32 on function of x, and we say it is equal to 2 to the power of 3x minus 1. And then we need our bases to be the same. We are going to rewrite 32 as 2 to the power of 5, and we say it is equal to 2 to the power of 3x minus 1. Now that our bases are now the same, we equate the powers. We say 5 is equal to 3x minus 1. We shift minus 1 to be on the other side. It is going to be added, so that we are now having 6 is equal to 3x. We then divide both sides by 3 in order to get our x is equal to 2. So that was all about the function question that was in November 2024. Number 15 was a question on coordinate geometry. It is saying line N passing through point P. Yes, equation 2y is equal to x plus 6. Line L passes through the origin and it is parallel to line N. Find the distance OP. So we want to find the distance from O to P. What we are going to do is we need to find this coordinate. right? Coordinate of P. So to find coordinate of P, we are going to rearrange our equation to be in the form y is equal to mx plus c. So it is 2y is equal to x plus 6. We divide both sides by 2, so that we are now having y is equal to half x plus 3. So it means that the coordinate of P, it is going to be 0, 3, right? So we are saying distance OP, it is equal to 0, 3 minus 0, 0. We are going to get 3 units as our answer. So the distance OP is equal to 3 units. So we need to find the equation of line L. We are having the equation of line N is y is equal to half x plus 3. So you need to know that parallel lines, they have equal gradients. So it means that for line L, it is going to be y is equal to half x. And then we need to check for the y-intercept. So line L is passing through the origin. It means that the y-intercept is equal to 0. So we are just going to write the equation of line L is y is equal to half x. So number 16, it was saying express 2 over a minus 5 over 2 minus 5a. So we need to find the lowest common multiple of our denominators. It is going to be a times 2 minus 5a. And then after that, we say a into this expression, it is 2 minus 5a. So we multiply 2 by 2 minus 5a. And then we say 2 minus 5a into this expression, it is going to be a. And then we multiply by 5. And then we need to expand here. 2 times 2, we get 4. And then 2 minus 5a, we get minus 10a minus 5a, all over a times 2 minus 5a. And then after that, we then say minus 10a minus 5a, we get minus 15a. So our answer is going to be 4 minus 15a, all over a times 2 minus 5a. And then part B was a question on substitution. It is saying evaluate b minus c over 3a. So on our b, we substitute 0 minus our c, it is minus 2 over 3 times our a, it is 1. So 0 minus minus 2, we are going to get positive 2 over 3. So our answer, it is going to be 2 over 3. That was all about number 16. Let us proceed to number 17. Number 17, it was a question on bearing. 3 towns X, Y, and Z are on level ground such that Y is 8 kilometers to the east of X, Z is due south of Y, Z is on a bearing of south 60 degrees east and 10 kilometers from X. Find the 3-figure bearing of Z from X. So first you need to be able to sketch a rough diagram that is going to show the relative positions in distances of X, Y, and Z. So first we are given that Y is 8 kilometers to the east of X. So this is our X and this is our Y. We write our 8 kilometers here. And also we are given that Z is due south of Y. So it is supposed to be here. And also we are having this information, Z is on a bearing of south 60 degrees east. So our south, it means that we first need to face the south and then we measure 60 degrees towards the east like this, right? So this is supposed to be our 60 degrees. And then we are given that here it is 10 kilometers. we can now calculate our question. We need to find the bearing of z from x. So the true bearing, it is going to be from this point to this point. So we say the bearing of z from x, it is equals to 180 minus 60, which is equal to 120 degrees. And then part B, the compass bearing of x from z. So we are measuring from z. It is supposed to be this angle, right? And then here we are having 60. Here it is going to be 60 degrees also, because we applied that parallel lines, they form set angles which are equal. The true bearing, it is 360 minus 60, which is equal to 300 degrees. But the question is requiring us to find the compass bearing of x from z. So the compass bearing, this is how we find our compass bearing. This is our west. This is our east, right? And this is our west. This is our north, and this is our south. So we are going to measure from the north. We measure 60 degrees towards the west. That is going to be our compass bearing. And then part B, calculate the distance that z is south of y. We want to find this distance, yz. So we are going to apply the Pythagoras theorem. We say 10 squared is equal to 8 squared times yz squared. We are going to shift this 8 squared to the other side. It is going to be subtracted. This is equal to yz squared. And then 100 minus 64, we get 36. This is equals to yz squared. And then we now want to find yz. We multiply both sides to the power of half. Here we multiply by to the power of half. And then we say yz is equal to the square root of 36, which is equal to 6 kilometers. So that was all about number 17. Let us proceed to number 18. Number 18 was a question on matrices. It is saying matrix A, we are having matrix A and matrix B. We are supposed to simplify A plus half B. So we first need to multiply matrix B by half. Half is going to affect every element that is in the brackets. Half times 0, we get 0. Half times minus 4, we get minus 2. Half times 2, it is 1. Half times minus 3, we get minus 3. Half times minus 6, we get minus 3, right? And then we need to add with 2 minus 1, 4, 3. So 2 plus 0, we are going to get 2. 4 plus minus 2, we get 2. Minus 1 plus 1, it is 0. 3 plus minus 3, it is 0. So this is going to be our final answer. And then find the inverse of matrix B. This question requires us to first find the determinant of matrix B. So to find the determinant, we are going to say it is 0 times minus 6 minus 4 times 2. Because the formula says AD minus BC. This is our A, this is our B, this is our C, this is our D. So we say AD minus BC in order to find our determinant. So the determinant is going to be 8. And then when we are now writing the inverse, we are going to say inverse is equal to 1 over the determinant. A and D, they interchange their positions, so that here we are now having minus 6 and 0. And then minus 4 and 2, they are going to change their signs, so that here it is positive 4 and here it is negative 2. So this is going to be our inverse. So that was all about matrices. Let us move on to number 19. Number 19 was a question on statistics. The table below shows the number of children in a hospital by age. Use the table to find the modal age of the children. So the modal age is the one with the highest frequency. This is our highest frequency. So it means that the modal age is going to be 5 years. And then on part B, number of children in the hospital. We are going to say 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 6 plus 4 plus 5. In order to get our answer is 40. And then part B, we are supposed to calculate the mean age of the children. We say 3 times 1 plus 2 times 4 plus 3 times 5 plus 6 times 4 plus 7 times 5 plus 6 times 6 plus 7 times 5 plus 8 times 4, all over 40. So that we get our final answer is 4.7 years. This is going to be our average. Let us move on to number 20. Number 20, solve the equation 2 times 3x minus 1 minus 10 is equal to 0. So we need to find the value of x. 2 times 3x, we get 6x. 2 times minus 1, we get minus 2. Minus 10 is equal to 0. And then we are going to shift minus 2 minus 10 to the other side. It is going to be added so that it is going to be equal to 12. We then divide both sides by 6 in order to get our x is equal to 2. And then part B, it is having 4 marks. Oh, it is saying x minus 2 squared is equal to 1 over 4. So what we need to do here, we need to remove the squared by multiplying both sides by to the power of half. Isn't it? We are having x minus 2 squared. So we multiply here by to the power of half. And we move here. We are going to multiply by to the power of half also. So these 2 cancel these 2. We are now having x minus 2. We say x is equal to, and then we shift minus 2 to be on the other side. It is going to be positive. Then quarter to the power of half. It is the same as saying the square root of quarter, right? So the square root of quarter, it is either it is going to be half or minus half, isn't it? If we say the square root of 1/4, we are going to get either positive half or negative half. Then to find the value of x, we then say 2 plus half, we get 2 and half. Or we say 2 minus half, we get 1 and half. So our answer is going to be either 2 and half or 1 and half. So either you write as mixed fraction, or you write 5 over 2, or 3 over 2, or you write 2.5 or 1.5. All the answers, they are accepted. Let us proceed to number 21. We are about to wind off. Number 21 was a question on kinematics. It is saying the speed time graph shows how an object travels at a constant speed of 40 meters per second in 6 seconds and then slows down uniformly, coming to rest after 2 seconds. Use the graph to calculate them. So want to calculate the uniform deceleration of the object in the last 2 seconds. The formula of deceleration, we are going to say deceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity over time taken. So the final velocity is 0, the initial is 40, time taken is 2. So 0 minus 40 divided by 2, we are going to get our deceleration is minus 20 meters per second squared. And then distance traveled by the object in the 8 seconds, we are going to say it is the area of the graph. Isn't it? Our graph is trapezium. So we say area of trapezium, it is half A plus B times height. So the first parallel line at the top, we write 6. And then the last parallel line, it is 8. And then the height is 40. So we say half times 14 times 40. 2 into 2, 1. 2 into 4, 20. 20 times 14, we are going to get 280 meters. Don't forget to put the units. And then average speed of the object during the 8 seconds. We are going to say average speed is equal to distance over time. Distance, we obtained 280 meters. And then time, it is 8 seconds. So 8 into 28, it is 3. Remainder 4. And then 8 into 40, it is 5. So the average speed, it is going to be 35 meters per second. So that was all about kinematics in November 2024. Let us proceed to the final question, which was on sets. Number 22, the universal set is subsets A and B, such that universal set is having the multiples of 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 27, 24, right? We are supposed to list the elements of set A. In set A, we are having the numbers that are less than 20. So the multiples of 3 that are less than 20, we are going to list. We have 3, we have 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18. So this is what we are going to list in order to get the 2 marks. And then part B, find the number of B complement. So we first need to write what is in set B. Set B, it is the factors of 30. The factors of 30, we have 3, 6, 15, and 30, right? And then B complement, it means that we are supposed to write the elements which are not in B. We are having 9, 12, 18, 21, 24, 27. And then when we are now saying the number of B complement, we are supposed to count these elements. We are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 is going to be our final answer. And then part C, we are supposed to represent set A, B, and universal set on a clearly labeled Venn diagram. So on part C, we first need to draw 2 circles which are intersecting, and then we need to check for the elements that are found in both A and B. Set A is a set of multiples of 3 which are less than 20, and then set B is factors of 30. So we have the multiples of 3 which are less than 20 and also which are factors of 30. We have 3, 6, and 15. So they are going to be listed in the intersection region. And then in A only, we are going to write 9, 12, and 18. And then on B only, we are going to write 30. There are elements of universal set that are not qualifying to be in set A and B. These are 21, 24, and 27. They are just going to be listed inside the rectangle. So this marks the end of our tutorial on Maths Paper 1 that was written in November 2024. Thank you so much, guys, for following me on this channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my videos. I love you all. This is Eve signing out.